cognitive element. When I set you a problem, you have to solve it. You're using your cognitive abilities to learn. So that's one. Cognitive, starts with a C. Physical, movement, and we call that psychomotor. So there's a link to your thinking, but it's all automatic, and it's based on your motor skills. So when you get a task, there's a psychomotor element. How well do you move, how well you change direction, how well you stop, how fast, how slow, all those sort of aspects of a movement skill you're doing. Yeah, the group work, right? So my first class, I purposely focused on the social, right? How to help you interact in a successful way, to get to know each other, start to adapt to each other, get to like something about somebody else so you can do stuff with them and feel comfortable. All that is that social domain. Social responsibility, being adaptive to other people's needs and being a good way of communicating with each other. All that is social. And because you enjoyed it, if you looked at those videos that your peers have made, you'll see lots of right, that sensation, that emotion of elation, joy, right? You took responsibility and you were successful. That's called the affective domain, right? When you get a positive emotional sensation, normally in a positive social environment, you cognitively will take risks and your psychomotively will get better. Okay? So I call that CAPS. Set, wall. And the reason they clump together is the goal of all those games is to keep the ball in the court more often than the opponent. So in those games, you're always focused on guarding, jumping, running, and stopping. You're always doing it in a small, tight space. Territory is an interesting category. Those games, you try to get possession, invade the opponent's territory in order to score. So the good thing about netball games is you learn to send an object really well, which will help you when you get that fraction of a toe of the ball in territory invasion. Target is really good at sending to help you play netball, because it doesn't come back, you just send it. Keep sending it towards the target, right? You get good at sending. As soon as you get good at sending, then netball and batting and fielding are good, because here you send, but you also try to receive. Only in territory invasion are you really interested in retaining the object for any length of time. This one doesn't bounce very high, but it's very slow in the air. This one bounces a bit better, but a little bit softer. This one, a little bit better bounce and slow in the air. So out of the three balls, probably this is the easiest, then this one, then this one, right? Very important, because when you learn to play, you want to make sure the ball is not reducing your time. So this is the first concept of creating an environment to learn. And we use an acronym called STEP. And E stands for equipment. How do I manipulate the equipment to help me learn? This one is S stands for space. How do I manipulate the space to help me learn? T stands for task. How do I change the task, progressively challenge or reduce the challenge to help me learn? And P stands for players. How many players do I need, or how do I combine the players in order to help me learn? With STEP, we're using a way of learning that's called ecological task analysis. Ecological because the environment affords you the opportunity, based on the task, to learn. So in this one, you're the learner, the teacher will set a task and give you an environment that exaggerates what the task is trying to achieve to help you learn. First activity with stopping, trying to get to understand space and locating inside the space, and filling up the space. Then beanbag is spread out, having you go sliding the beanbag into a space, right? I may just use the whole gym, I'll see what they're like. I might not even sustain it, I might just make it a whole gym. Then I'll get them to come in, I'll put them in pairs. I'll number 1 and 2, I'll tell ones. Put it back in the crate, 2s to keep the beanbag. Then I'll do the game through the legs to see how they work with a partner in a game that I've set up, using space. Okay? Steady. go! Round the space. And stop. Good. Now, this is a great big hole over here. So Ben, come on this way. Fill out that hole. That's it. Good, good, good. Big hole here. When I say go, I want you to move around the space. And when I say stop, I want you to show me the best spot. Very much on your toes. You ready? Steady, go! To learn. When you teach, you'll find it, like riding a bike, difficult. But as you focus your attention on those teaching behaviours, they start to become natural. Using kids' names, giving feedback. Where do I position myself? Where do I want to talk to the kids so they're not distracted by everybody else? These are all things that you do as a teacher to make a lesson work. Here, ready, and stop! So we modify, add on to one person, two people, three people, teams, you make it more complex, but you still focus based on running, locating space, following a leader, changing speed, all those things that basically feed into tag games and running games that we play later on. So tactically, when I say tactically, I mean you're playing a game in order to gain an advantage, that's a tactic. Strategy is a way of playing the game in order to engage effectively in the game. So strategy would be hit the ball high, have more time, right? Tactically would be hit the ball high because it will go over your head and you haven't got time to get it. So I'm using the idea, right? A strategy is a way of playing, a tactical is the ability to manipulate the way you play in order to gain an advantage. Tactics always comes by thinking of ways of manipulating space or covering space, defending space, how to increase or decrease time, increase your own time, decrease opponent's time, use of force to take away their time, to give you more time, to hit the target more accurately. So all these things are always combining tactically in any skill. what would be cues to help people change direction? Signaling, right. So if I'm going to change direction, I'm going to use my hands, right? Part of it is push off the ground and use your hands, right? Use your arms. So try this in space, just in a row. Have a go, just push on the mat and use the arms. Push on the arms. Model, I am trying to refine skills based on body, what, spatial, where, effort, how, and in relation to partner, net, core, all those things. So that's always going on in my head as cues. I'm thinking of prompts to help you play. People have a place where you can find your level, and everybody's working the same type of skill, just in a different environment that's challenging for them. Good? Okay. Who was doing turkey games last class? Last time we did it? Yes, on your left. Right, one left hand to the ball. Right. Good. Nice. Excellent. Serving. You're actually now working what we call first phase of pickleball, which is the serve and the return. Right? So Monica is really good at emphasizing that. Now you're playing, some of you in the full court, I want you to think of the 4 R's. The 4 R's are, once you've played a shot or you've done a serve, you're going to read. What do you do when you read? Good, anticipate. Think about where I'm putting the ball, what are they going to do with that ball? Based on what you're reading and your opponent's movement, you respond. Because you might be able to say, oh, they're going to hit it short. Oh, no, they're going to hit it deep. Oh, I'm not sure, I'm going to get my base ready. So the read causes you to move based on what you think they're going to do with the shot you've just done. Say that to yourselves. Read. Gets me to do what I think they're going to do based on the shot I've just done. Good? Which is perfect anticipation. Now, as the ball is hit by your opponent, they actually strike the ball, you need to actually move as they hit. You react to their hit. So you've judged the way you think they're going to do it, and they might miss it or they surprise you, and you jump step and you adjust. You adjust to the ball coming. You have lots of time now to execute your perfect skill, because you're thinking like a monkey, where's the space I'm going to hit it to? And then you hit that ball, you do recovery. What's recovery? Brilliant. Backing up, dynamic base, or you might be recovering and realizing you've done a really good shot. I'm going to zip in towards the net to volley it because I've got them in trouble. Going, Matt's going to be caught on as well. What are we doing after each shot?
You want to reposition yourself.
Good position, right. So I reposition. Because I know he's going to hit the ball from this line, I know it's going to go high. Where do I want to go? Right, to get back, well back, so every time you come forward to the ball.